Hello dear student. Dear student. Today we are at page 166, writing unit 8, and the topic of our discussion is contrasting ideas with however. As you are familiar with however is used to show the contrast, right? Is different from the idea that is different from and are a contrast with something, or however is similar in meaning with, but its use is different. Meaning are same, but use form is different. So let's move to the notes. Contrasting ideas, however, it is a topic. If you read the sentence, I did not get good grades, however I studied hard. If second sentence, I did not get good grades, I however, right? Yeah, now here subject come first. So I did not study, I did not get good grades, I studied hard, and however is used at the end of the sentences. If you see, however is a transition word, we finish in the first sentence, put full stop, and then transition means for the second event or second sentence. However I studied hard, I however studied hard. What is the difference? So it shows when we want to show the contrast, we use it here when contrast is important, right? So when contrast is important, we put however in the beginning of second sentence when contrast is important. And when subject is subject of the uh, sentence is important, then we put it as subject first. I, he, she, whatsoever. I studied and I however studied hard, right? So and we don't need to put pronoun two times, just I however when and when contrast is not important, then we put however at the end of the sentence when contrast is not important. So this is the use of however. And here h should not be capital, h should be small because in the middle of sentence. So these are the three uses of however. When contrast is important, put however, it shows contrast. When subject is important, we put subject first, then however. And when contrast is not important, we put however at the end position. Let's move to the yeah, book, right? Okay, here it is showing the same thing. Yes, contrasting ideas with however. My neighborhood is dangerous, but it yeah, we also need to study. If you look here, this is one sentence using but it has many qualities. It is one sentence, but is a conjunction, so but make one sentence. And however is a transition mean it's links to sentences, right? So however usually comes at the beginning of second, use comma after however. You are familiar with it, use comma when you want to focus on the sentence to be the subject is important. Then for example, he says crime rates are going down, most people, subject is important, comes first. When contrast is less important or not important, then put however at the end. Now we will move to activity A. Here you have to match the activity with 1 2 3 4 5 with A, B, C, D and E. Crime rates are very much lower today. Yes, however we never get, but who know, however, news stories about violent crime rate increased from 10 to 20% maybe. However, most people believe the crime is increasing. Look here, the difference is the crime rate is much lower today, but people, it is increasing. So these are two contrasting ideas. So this one matching C. Second, the purpose of fear is to protect us from things that harm us. Yes, however we know get bird flu, no. However, news stories about violence crime increased from 10 to 20%. However, we cannot always trust fear. Here, harm us. However, we cannot trust fear. So, trust, harm and trust. So, two contrasting ideas. We will put D. It is D. Then, only 360 people ever died of the bird flu. However, we never get bird flu. So you have to eat this one or now. However, news stories about violent crime, no, it's talking about bird flu. However, every year up to 500,000 people die from the common flu. So these are two contrasting ideas. So you have to read the other sentences and find the contrast and write A, B, C, D here and show it to your teacher during the online session. Then we will move to the next activity, that is B. Connect the sentences with however in three different ways. Like I have told you, in three different ways. First sentence, I did not get good grades. However, I studied hard. However, in the however is always transition. So in the beginning of second sentence, after the subject at the end. So you have to do this exercise. People wash their hand for about 9 seconds. It, however, here he has written its subject first. So you have to write in people wash their hands for about 9 seconds. Then you will write however it takes about 15 seconds. Third time, people wash their hand about 9 seconds. It takes about 15 seconds to kill the germ, however, at the end position. Right, so you have to do the same thing with sentence 2, and yeah, right. Then we will move to the next page. There is activity C. Activity C is connect the sentences with but and however. So you should be careful the use of but and use of however. As you know, use of but, okay, for example, let me take give you example the use of but. Use of but, how we use when we have a but is a conjunction, it connect two sentences. I did not get good grade but I studied hard, right. So but is it combined two sentences. Now it is a one sentence, but however is a transition, first sentence and then transit to second sentence. So you must be careful. So for example, violent crime frighten us, but look here, it's be careful about using commas and periods. So comma then but we are more likely to die in the cars. Violent crime frighten us, however we are more likely to die in cars. So first sentence, violent crime frighten us, full stop, then second sentence, however. You can use however in three different positions, same as the case. We like to watch violent TV show, violent makes us afraid. We like yeah, so we like to watch the violent TV show, but it makes us afraid. So when it is second time, we will not repeat the pronoun violence and violent. Why are violent make us afraid? I am more likely to die in the car accident. I fear an airplane crash more. I am more likely to die in the car, but I am fearful. We have to use but as a conjunction or however as a transition to complete the sentences, like this sentence. Take the example, first time using but and second time using however transition, right. So you have to complete this exercise in this way, and then we will move to the next page. There is yes 5 sentences. You have to show it to your teacher during the online session. Now we have to complete the sentences, finish the sentences. Teenager worry less than adult about danger, but contrasting idea. Teenager worry less than adult about dangers, but they die more, yeah, uh, or something. Most spiders are not poisonous, however some of them are dangerous. Are you have to complete the sentences. Many people are afraid of speaking in front of group of people, afraid of, but they are very sociable when they are among friends. Yes, in group of people, and you can use contrasting ideas. Then we'll move to activity E. Find mistake in the punctuation. As you know, punctuation is like full stop, like comma, like capital letter. Parents keep children inside for safety. However, these children often don't forget enough exercise. If you see, always, however, comes with the second as a transition word and second sentence. So what we need to do, first sentence we put here full stop, then however. Okay, how we'll do this, let me do it for you. First one, then you will do the rest of sentences. Okay, parents keep children inside for safety. Yes, full stop. H should be capital, as you know it is the beginning of second sentence. However, then comma. Now T should be small. These children often get enough exercise. Right. Okay, in this way. So at full stop at the end, and however with the second sentence, not the first sentence. Right. So cars are safer than ever. However, there are more accidents because people drive faster in the safe cars. Cars are safer than ever. Full stop. Right. H must be capital because it's the second sentence, and here you have always put comma after the transition if it is over, if it is any other transition, like yes. Okay, so you have to complete the other sentences. Look at the sentences, put commas, put full stop, and other things, other punctuation mark, period, full stop, capital letter, and show it to your teacher during the online session. Let's move to next page. There is yeah, comparative adjective. Okay, let me tell you what is comparison. For example, here, here, and here we have three lines, which is the yeah, if we say it short, if we consider it short, yeah, so this one should be shorter. We'll put shorter er and the shortest. So here today we have comparative adjective, comparison between two, right? Okay, comparison between two. Okay, now yeah, comparison between two. For example, these lines, yeah, between two, this line is shorter than this line A is shorter than B. So comparative adjective, we compare two people, two places, two things, or ideas, right? Crime is high in my neighborhood. Crime is higher in yours. Higher. I'm afraid of getting the flu. My sister is more afraid. So afraid, more afraid. So here we have some rules. What are the rules? After add er to one syllable adjective, right? High, one syllable. We pronounce it with single chest pulse, like high, higher, er. Late, later, right? When the one syllable adjective end in the consonant plus vowel plus consonant, like consonant big, big, we make it double, yeah, big, bigger, hot, hotter. And then do not double the consonant when the adjective ends in w, x, or y. We don't need to double. Low, lower, gray, grayer. For two syllable adjective, then adjective that end in y, drop the y and add ier. Crazy, crazier. Scary, scarier. Y, drop y and add ier. For most other adjectives which are with two or more syllable, fearful, If you check up here, big single syllable, low single syllable, scary. It's end with y, so y change into ier. But other fearful, two syllable, more fearful. We cannot say fearful or no. More fearful, frightening, more frightening. Add more. Right? Good. The words, yeah, these are called irregular adjective. Irregular adjective, good, better, bad, worse. Right? So irregular, which don't take er and est. Let's move to next page and complete the chart with the comparative form of adjective. Afraid, afraid, two syllable, more afraid, big. It is vowel in the middle, yeah, consonant, vowel, consonant, big, double G-E-R. Careful, you cannot say careful or no. It's careful, two syllable. When two syllable, careful, more careful. Dangerous, also two syllable, dangerous. More dangerous. Easy, easier. Y will change into I. New, newer, er. Reasonable, more reasonable. Safe. So like this you have to complete the chart and show it to your teacher during the online session. Write sentences using the word and phrases. Use the comparative form of adjective, and then you have to use this then word. Also comparative form of adjective. Her disease made cow disease common. Her disease is more common than mad cow disease. Yeah, you have to arrange it, order. Her disease is more common, because common is adjective, more common than mad cow disease. I believe flying, driving dangerous. Which is dangerous for you? I believe driving is more dangerous. Dangerous adjective. Driving is more dangerous than flying. So it means we have to compare the adjective. Yes, I think crime, drama, scary, real life. Which is more? Yes, which is scarier? Real life is scarier or crime drama? You have to complete it. I think crime drama is scarier than real life, or I think real life is for you. But we have to be careful about the adjective. It ends with y, change into ier. The crime rate in Canada in 2012, the crime rate in Canada 20 years before low. So you have to arrange them like the crime rate in Canada in 2012, yes, are lower than the crime rate in Canada 20 year. Yes, you have to arrange the sentences and show it to your teacher during the online session. That is all. This book is finished. Also, thanks for your patience, and sorry if you find any kind of mistake. Thank you so much.